Did I ever tell you my story with Drake?
Nah.
So, okay.
You almost got beat up in Canada? You beat up in Canada.
No, not in Canada.
I try to tell, shout out to my son Presser, Bun, all my Canada
shout out to
niggas.
Presser, yeah.
Canada is not soft. Don't get it fucked up.
I'm not saying that this started around 2013. So remember that big Beats by Dre party? I don't know if you were there or not. It was when it was this huge party, like literally everyone was there. Eminem, J. Cole, Cypress Hill, like Ghetto Boy. It was literally all of hip hop was there. You guys may have been on tour or something.
Yeah, I remember when Dre and that's when Dre and Jimmy did the Dre headphones.
Yeah,
they
but it was this huge launch party.
Yeah,
like it was insane, right? So I'm outside with my security. Drake's walking in, and we had never met before. I'm like, "Yo, Drake, I'm Vlad from Vlad TV," and he looked at me, he's like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "Yo, man, stop talking shit about me." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Like, then I kind of laughed it off,
so
right?
What you said about him?
I never said anything, but like for example, Charlemagne was kind of like throwing shots at him in some of our interviews. Yeah. Right? But I was literally going out of my way to promote him. That's back when I had the news site and there was literally hundreds of articles praising Drake, right? So I'm thinking, okay, he's just bullshitting, right?
Right.
So then we were in All-Star Weekend in New Orleans.
Right.
Right? I ran into him again. "Oh, what's up, man? Can we take a picture?" He's like, "Yeah," and he's acting a little cool towards me and whatever. And I meet Chubbs. Right? And I'm like, "Oh, what's up?" Vlad. I'm like, "Oh, okay, what's up?" I'm like, "Oh, he's like, oh yeah, I manage Drake's DJ." I'm like, "Oh, let's exchange numbers, whatever, maybe do an interview." Okay, cool. 15 minutes later, we're all on stage together, right? Diddy's there as well. And Chubbs walks up to me and he was like, "Yo, man, what's up with that shit you talk about my man Drake?" And he's like kind of in my face a little bit, right?
Because that's the nigga talked to me like, "Yo, that's Vlad, he talking mad shit."
Exactly.
You talk too
exactly.
much shit.
Exactly.
Somebody put him on. Chubbs probably didn't know who he was.
Exactly, right?
Yo, Vlad talk mad shit.
Yeah. So I'm like, I've never said anything about Drake. I say, I've had guests that have said, he's like, like who? I said, well, like Charlemagne. He's like, well, that's on you too. So I turn around, I wave to my security, right? And I like this Navy SEAL dude, and he's like, yeah, get your people. And like things are starting to like escalate a little bit, right?
Right, because you waved to your security.
Yeah. So my security comes up, gets in the middle of us.
Vlad is funny as fuck. Go
right.
ahead.
The security's like, "What's the problem?" And then he was like, then I remember him and Meek Mill were cool, so these Dream Chaser dudes were around.
Right.
And I'm like, "Let's go. Let's get out of here." I'm like, we're done. Right? We walk away, my security's like, "Yo, I'm going back there to confront him." I'm like, "Are you fucking crazy right now?"
Navy SEAL guy was ready.
He was ready.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I'm sure that Drake sent that dude over to confront me. I'm sure of it.
I don't want to say that.
You think where did he get that info that Drake has a problem with me? From who? From who?
I mean, motherfuckers just be like, "Yo, that's Vlad. Vlad talk mad shit." There was a point where everybody's mad at you, Vlad. But you know what I understand? And this is what I realized. And it's the first thing that I realized. And I hope these guys over here in the cut, they hear it too. When you rapper, DJ, singer, producer, once you sign that line, you're public property.
Right.
People could say whatever the fuck they want to say about you. Now, do people get upset? Of course. I used to get upset. I've been upset at you a couple of times.
Right.
It's understandable.
And we worked it out.
But a motherfucker could say anything. Like, I see when niggas talk shit, I just bypass it because you're not on my radar. I'm in Dubai somewhere. I'm in Abu Dhabi somewhere. I'm out the country somewhere. And I don't try to say I'm better than nobody or nothing like that, but I'm experiencing life-changing shit. Like, you could be going tomorrow. So for me, I know I'm public property. Motherfuckers don't gotta like me. They could be motherfuckers, out the young boys that's here, one of them could be like, "Why we here with this nigga? We wanna be with fucking A Boogie or somebody," or what I'm saying? Or whoever this, or whoever's out now, that's the shit. I understand. Everybody ain't gonna like me, and once you realize that, you don't give a fuck. And I think that's how you feel, but sometimes you say shit and you might forget and motherfuckers remember.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm not your PR. I'm not here to praise you no matter what you do. I'm going to praise you and I'm going to criticize you sometimes, and that's life.
That's why people
and I'm not going to apologize for it.
Yeah, that's why people get mad, like Charlemagne's on Kendrick's side right now. Yeah. I'm not saying, you know what I mean? He's feeling like Kendrick won the battle.
And Drake might hate him for that.
Yeah, and that's his opinion. You know what I'm saying? And hasn't Drake said Charlemagne name in records before?
Yes, he has.
Of course. Well, then there you go.
Drake's talked about me before. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it is what it is.
A
motherfucker could talk about me. Am I gonna let it bother me? No.
No.
I'm
my
cool.
thing, if he wants to mention me, that's all right. The biggest rapper in the world is gonna mention me. No problem. I'll take that.
Worry.
My name shows up in songs.
Do you have to like me? No. And you know, G Unit, we never hung with nobody, so it was never nothing for me. But now, you know, it feels good to be around the Cam'rons, the Fat Joes. Like I go back to Shreveport, we got fucking Skrilla Baby, we got fucking A Boogie, we got The Baby, we got Flow Rider, we got, it's like 100 artists coming out and like 1,000 women coming out. It's like, it's fucking like sold out, like 51,000 people registered to come down.
Wow.
So for me, people, places, and things play a major thing in your life. You know what I'm saying? You could listen to the information. You don't have to. Because the young boys, that I just bring them here to see. I don't give a fuck if they listen to the information or not, because I'm not here to preach to them. Do what the fuck you want. But, you know, I got cannabis deals. I got music deals. I get paid well for these interviews I do, you know, and there was a point where nobody cared about my music. They just cared about 50. But these interviews we do 19 million, 20 million, 10 million, 5 million, whatever, right? And I'm appreciative of that. And I feel blessed. And I'm like, yo, I come fuck with Vlad. I make this money. I go over here. I make this money. I do this. I got to hustle. If it ain't about money, I'm not there.
Yeah.
You know, and when you older, you realize that. But when you younger, yeah, you crash out, you do things. I did crazy shit before too. And, you know, I understand.